Hello everyone, and welcome to the third instalment of GWV's Christmas 2024 Countdown. So here we go again, time to do another Christmas update. We're up to update number 3 of Christmas Countdown now, and I shall get on with the latest Christmas Countdown for you in a moment. Just say that first, a video series, our 6 AM UK weather forecast. We've also released extended European Outlook. We have been live streaming just before this video was released, so hello to everybody who was on the live stream with BBC. Hope you had a nice time hanging out. And yeah, so it's been an epic day of content to GWV today. Please like, share, and subscribe on all of today's videos, live streams, and content. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Thank you so much, Richard, for our amazing Christmas updates gift. Thank you so much, Rich. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much, my friend. Let's hope that's not as close as we get to a white Christmas this year. Talking of Christmas, the GWV 2025 calendar is out there on sale right now. In fact, we sold most of the items, most of the calendars. We've got about 6 or 7 left. So if you want to buy yourself a GWV calendar for Christmas, make a nice stocking filler, let Gav fill your stocking. Then all you need to do is send £12.50 to the GWV's PayPal account. Link is in the description with this video. It's £10 for the calendar, £2.50 postage and packaging. So that's all you need to do, and we'll do the rest. We'll fulfill your order. I say we've sold most of the calendars. We've just got a few left. So if you want one, I would get in as quickly as you can, and we will get that calendar out for you as soon as we can. And thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Hold on. So sorry everyone, thanks so much everyone for doing that. Right, let's move over to metrocellular.fr, and once again we're going to look at the CFS12Z, see what it's showing for Christmas 2024. Remember, we're just looking for trends within the long range CFS model at the moment. We can't say what weather's going to be doing on Christmas Day. It's the 6th of November, so it's much too far away to be able to give you a direct forecast, for Christmas. We're just going to see if we can try and find the trend within the long-range CFS model. The first update had quite a cold Christmas, I think. The second update was a lot milder, so no trend within those two updates. Let's see what the first update has to say. So we're starting off on the 1st of December. We're looking for the period around Christmas, so we begin this like on the 1st of December, running through to the middle of January, so basically the first half of the winter. As we get closer to the time frame, remember the window will narrow down, and eventually, when we're about a week or two out from Christmas, then we will narrow the window down just purely to the Christmas week, and that's when we start putting on the detail for the forecast. Right, so starting off on the 1st of December, low pressure is around Iceland, bringing a westerly flow from off the Atlantic there. Let's see what happens after that. We're going to be opening week of December, drawing up a very mild southwesterly wind, and high pressure to the south, so a lot of dry and mild weather there through the first week of December. Not very seasonable with that one. Well, we go on into the second week of December. High pressure still sort of knocking around the west of Europe. Might produce a little bit of frost and fog down in the south, but basically that is a mild ridge, bringing a lot of dry but also pretty mild and probably cloudy weather. It's very similar to the pattern we've got going on at the moment, actually. We're into the second half of December now. High pressure at 1,040 millibars, still well and truly in control and in the ascendancy. Heading on up towards Christmas, 20 to 21st of December, a deep area of low pressure then starts bringing some wet and windy weather into the north. And heights begin to pull out into the Atlantic. So as we approach Christmas, it begins to get a lot more interesting. A deep area of low pressure moves into Scandinavia. High pressure ridging through the Atlantic, and what we call a mid-Atlantic ridge going towards Greenland, and that brings the wind around to this much colder northerly or northeast direction. So a northerly blast just before Christmas will bring the risk of some snow showers to the north and to the east, and certainly quite sharp overnight frost as well. That's the eve of Christmas Eve, 23rd of December. Still looking pretty cold then, though the high pressure is starting to slip a little bit, so milder air is threatening to head in from the Atlantic. But up to the eve of Christmas Eve, 23rd of December, we're still cold with winds in from the north of the northeast. There will be sharp overnight frost and the risk of snow showers in the northeast. Is this going to turn milder for Christmas itself, though? Let's have a look. So sorry once more, everyone. Right, so we're at Christmas Eve. Milder air is starting to roll in over the top of the anticyclone. It's what we call a Toppler scenario. So the reason we call this a Toppler, by the way, is that the high pressure shoots off up to Greenland there. We've got a nice ridge, but then the ridge starts to topple. That's why we call it a Toppler. So milder air comes in around the top of the high, and it's a classic scenario. We used to get a lot of these in the 1990s, very much a 1990s Toppler cold snap lasting a couple of days, and then milder air is in around the top. So for Christmas Eve on this third Christmas update, we're mild, with winds, or mild air, with winds coming in from the Atlantic. Of course, that might involve a transition that could produce a little bit of windiness, but basically a band of rain comes across the country and introduces these milder winds from off the Atlantic. That gets us into Christmas Day. Still looking mild, but rather unsettled then, probably with outbreaks of rain pushing in across the country. So a mild and wet Christmas Day for the third Christmas update. And then Boxing Day, well, perhaps a bit cold on Boxing Day, but turning drier as that area of low pressure gets out of the way and a ridge builds over the Atlantic. So a little bit of a cold snap before Christmas, but milder over Christmas on the third Christmas update. Heading on to Christmas to New Year, it starts to turn properly wet and windy with low pressure deepening in the Atlantic, bringing outbreaks of rain. So the rest of Christmas week generally quite mild, but also unsettled spells of rain and some quite strong winds as well. That gets to New Year's Eve. High pressure is trying to build over Scandinavia then, but I think the low pressure in the Atlantic is going to be too strong to allow that to happen. That's New Year's Day, first day of 2025. Looks like it's turning wet and windy, courtesy of this deep area of low pressure in the Atlantic. Quite mild with southwest winds as well, so a traditionally mild, wet and windy New Year's Day. Into the beginning of January, we've still got the heights lurking away to the east here. Will this be another CFS run that gets things colder into January? Let's see. As it is, we've got the low pressure from the Atlantic stalling as it comes up against that high pressure. That could bring quite a wet sort of opening to January and to 2025 with some pretty heavy outbreaks of rain. Okay, well, let's push on further through the first week of January. Heights still maintained to the northeast, and gradually the jet stream in these areas of low pressure are starting to shift southwards. So by the 5th of January, it was still generally quite mild with outbreaks of rain coming in from the Atlantic, but it wouldn't take that much of an adjustment to start sending the energy down toward the Mediterranean Biscay and allow those cold easterlies to get in. So let's see if things get interesting further on. That takes into the 8th of January. Still low pressure coming in from off the Atlantic. Still quite a wet pattern with outbreaks of rain. Okay, well, are we going to get an easterly? It looks like the low pressure now starts to dig southwards here. By the 11th of January, colder air is indeed starting to push into the north, becoming cold and wintry in the north, with rain turning to snow, heavy rain meanwhile further south. And by the 13th of January, we're all going into that cold easterly. So this is yet another CFS run. This is the third Christmas update, and it's the third successive run that turns things significantly colder through January. So we may not get a cold Christmas, but maybe we get it into the new year. Low pressure shifting southwards, high pressure Scandinavia brings the wind in from the east. That is a very cold looking easterly wind that we've got going on as well there. That's a proper long fetch easty, so that brings snow in from the east across southern and eastern parts of the country, and some really cold temperatures as well. Middle of January, low pressure tried to come in from off the Atlantic, being blocked though by the area of high pressure Scandinavia, so cold weather is maintained up to the middle part of the month. We're well beyond Christmas now, of course, and we keep it cold into the second half of January as well, still with that blocking area of high pressure to the north and still bringing those winds from an easterly direction. This is a prolonged cold spell, but setting up here from about the 10th of January onwards, which is 22nd of January now, still looking cold, still looking wintry. High pressure sinking south across the country. Turning mostly dry and very frosty, cutting off snow. It's also high pressure heading off up towards Greenland now. I would normally end it, it's 24th of January now, I would normally end it there, but why not go on and have a quick look at a bit more? You can't resist it when you start, can you? Look at that, wow, big northeasterly blast into the latter stages of January. This will be a very cold January, I have to say, if this came off, very cold, and a lot of snow and whatnot as well. And the cold weather is maintained even into the beginning of February, with what looks a little bit like the polar vortex actually locating across the north of the west of Europe there, with those very low heights. Goodness gracious me, let's have a quick look at the upper air temperatures with that northeasterly. So back to 24th of January. Oh wow, check out those upper air temperatures. Yeah, this is a really cold air mass that has sinking south across the north and the west of Europe. So proper wintry conditions up to the beginning of February. That will be a very cold January. Goodness gracious. I don't know. So not much of interest really for Christmas, generally, which is what we're here for, actually. You wouldn't know it, really, but this is a Christmas update. So the Christmas just generally quite mild and unsettled. But there is that little cold snap just before Christmas, a little bit of teaser maybe. And then the cold really biting in January, though. This is like the first successive update that we've done that has some very cold weather and wintry weather into January. So, you know, your patient really takes your choice, a mild Christmas, but a cold New Year. We shall see. Well, that's it for the third Christmas update. We'll do update number 4, I think, after Sunday's live stream. At the moment, we're doing like 2 a week and associating with the live streams. When we get a little bit further on into the second half of November and whatnot, then the Christmas updates will start to become a little bit more regular. But at the moment, I think just a couple of times a week is enough, and associate them with the live streams. So next update number 4 will be on Sunday, and again that'll be straight after Sunday's live stream. If you've enjoyed this Christmas update, please like, share and subscribe, and thank you so much everybody for doing that for Gav's Weather Things. Thank you so much to Richard for our amazing Christmas updates gift. Don't forget to check out the 2025 calendar as well. If you want a stocking filler from Gav, then £12.50 will get you the calendar via the Gav's Weather's PayPal account, so have a look at that if you'd like to. Right, we'll end it there. Thank you so much everybody for tuning in to the third Christmas update number 4, instalment number 4 of Christmas Countdown on Sunday. For this one, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.